All right, folks, it is day 15 of 31 Days of Horror slash 31 Days of Halloween. We're almost at the halfway point, so we're getting going places. Today's movie, it's one of those things where like it's really, really bad on a whole lot of levels, but it just comes together in such like an enticing package. Like there's just so much like sort of misplaced like dedication you can see behind the film that you can't help but enjoy it despite the fact that it's probably technically a failure in every regard. And it's a film which, thankfully is kind of going on to have a minor cult following. And I really, really enjoyed this one. From 1977, it is The Incredible Melting Man. Now, the first thing I really like about this movie is the title, because the title, The Incredible Melting Man, I mean, that seems like such like a 1940s title. Like, you don't really think they'd be doing that in the 1970s. But it is, and it's got special effects by Rick Baker. And really, the highlight of the film has to be the special effects. When they say the movie is called The Incredible Melting Man, this movie is about just that, an incredible melting man. There's an astronaut who goes to Saturn, and he comes back, and he's like all irradiated. And he turns like a giant dripping popsicle, and the U.S. Air Force is after him. And I'm not really sure how to describe it. Like, is it a monster on the loose, or is it a monster trying to be captured movie? Because those two genres kind of overlap. Um, but yeah, there's just a lot of great scenes in it. Like, probably my favorite, and it's the one that you've probably seen before. You haven't seen the movie; it's been memed somewhere out there. There's a part where there's like a cleaning crew woman who gets assaulted by the Incredible Melting Man, and there's a scene of her running in slow motion down a hallway and just like screaming her head and like running through like a plate glass door, even though the monster's like 3 miles behind her, and she just easily just open the door with the handle, but she goes flying through it, and it's just incredible. I think it's a great scene. There's also another really great scene where there's like a U.S. agent. He's at the breakfast table talking about a whole bunch of people dying with his wife, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a tragedy. Old Tom had to die. Hey, how about those strawberries, honey?" It's like, dude, your best friend just got like eaten by like a radioactive mutant, and you're not concerned at all. It's just really great, hammy acting. And the entire time I was watching this movie, I'm like, why does this remind me of Galaxina? You know, that movie from the 1980s, the one that starred Dorothy Stratton where she got killed. And I'm like, it just feels like that movie. I can't put my finger on it, but it has that same vibe. Well, it's because it's maybe the same guy as a dude named William Sachs, and this guy, man, what an idiosyncratic auteur method this guy has. That you can watch The Incredible Melting Man and know it's the guy who did Galaxina. That's just incredible. This guy could have been like Fellini if he would have stuck to his guns. But like I said, it's a very cheesy movie. There's a lot of great scenes. I mean, most of the scares are just the guy like walking up to people and going, ugh, and he's like a melty face, and there's blood everywhere, and it freaks him out. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of traditional horror to it. The special effects are great. I mean, they're really gross. I mean, admittedly, the denouement when they're chasing him around like this like desert facility, that part is pretty underwhelming. But I think everything up until then, you just enjoy it. I mean, it's just a fun movie. The cinematography is great. The dialogue is just astoundingly cheesy slash brilliant, and you're gonna have a fun time with it. It's one of those things where you cannot not enjoy this movie, as stupid as it is. So, yeah, I'm gonna give this one a solid 2.5 Ghost Reese's Cups out of 4. And oh, just don't. I didn't do the one for Torso. Oh man. Yeah, well, Torso we did for this one. We'll give that just 2 Reese's Ghost Cups out of 4. So this one is a better film for your money. But yeah, in case you haven't seen it, it was on MST3K back in the day. You can find clips of it on YouTube, but really check out the movie itself. It's actually surprisingly endearing and entertaining. And, there's not a whole lot more to it beyond the special effects, but it's just a really, really stupid but fun movie. And that's really the whole reason we're into horror films. Alright, so we got The Incredible Melting Man out of the way, which means next up, day 16, we are finally getting our way into the 1980s. The time period considered by many to be the absolute heyday of the genre horror film, and we're starting things off with a really, really sleazy movie. You're going to stick around for this one. Countdown continues. I'll be seeing you there.